Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I'm going to request the indulgence in Tambuga. Just the second question, I missed the last bit with the indulgence.
In the absence of the performance indicator, how has your ministry been monitoring the inclusion of persons with disabilities in all sectors, as your ministry is mandated to do? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and thank you, Senator Mbugo. Some of the alternative ways of monitoring have been through what you call performance appraisal. So they have been in the forms of performance appraisal of HR officers and also leaders of certain sections. So you are asked, have you been doing this? So that's part of the system. But as I said, there needs to be a better and improved system. And what I've told my officers after the Disability Act was passed is that we have to sit down, and we agreed during a Senate Labor and Social Protection Committee meeting that we'll be sitting down within the next 4 weeks with Senator Christo Asige. She said we invited her to come and sit with us so that we could go through modules of how to enforce and ensure some of these performance issues are indicated, and also how data is collected, because one of the challenges we face in this country is getting proper data. And you find that there is no proper system of even telling us how many disabled people there are, people living with disability rather, they are living in our country, because it is not very good research that is done. So we need to agree on a tool. One of the tools that is used is called the Washington model, a Washington tool that is actually removed from our cultural experience. It's a tool that is being used that we've borrowed heavily from the West. We have to come up with our tool. So I want to assure this House and Senator Mbuga that within a very short time, we will come up with proper systems, not only for the public service, but also for the public sector. Because the public service may be complying, but the private sector may not be complying. The other thing you asked us about what performance indicators have we been using. I think I've answered that in the first question. It's been a challenge. When I got to this ministry, I found that there are a lot of things that are in theory that are not implemented. And I think that's the challenge we have with the public service all over the world, and especially in this country. There are a lot of things are put in theory, and they're in books, but they're not implemented. So it's part of the process that we are going through. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Muma.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to ask a question. Honorable Speaker, I want to begin by declaring interest. I am a parent of a person with disability, so I take these issues very seriously. Honorable Speaker, indulge me also for just a minute to say that I have read through this question very carefully, and I'm afraid it's very underwhelming. The CS has not responded. The CS is scattering around. He is vague, trying to justify why an indicator has been removed, talking about beliefs, not giving any statistic to show that he has the competence as the department related with matters on disability to guide on the questions that he's been provided. There are many questions I could ask, but I'm allowed only one. I would want to know which tools has the ministry used to guide them in measuring disability inclusion, since you say your department has continued to use the indicator while the other MDS are not using it. Which tools are these, and can you submit this tool to us?
Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to draw the attention of the CS to the figure 5%. Going by the example in this House, the House is expected to be properly constituted when we have at least two senators who live with disability. The Speaker would never start the House unless that provision was made. In your case, it is 5%. listening to you, you are giving the country the go-round, whiling and talking about circulars and all manner of things that you have said. This failure by yourself and your ministry in this issue of 5% is a reflection of your failure in the employment of our youth outside the country. Those youths have asked me this morning, because they knew you were coming, that I demand of you, which I now do, that you resign
Senator,
as the cabinet secretary in
Senator
the ministry.
Boni.
Are you willing to do so that you can be properly investigated?
Senator Boni, honorable CS, you can disregard totally that statement by Senator Boni. Just disregard that statement. It's got nothing to do with what has brought you before this House. Senator Enoch.